Hey guys, I'm going to do this video. This is for solving equations with variables on both sides. And I'm going to start off by showing you that there's different ways you can do it. And then I'm going to do a couple more examples. So right here, I've got 3x plus 2 equals 2x plus 3 on both sides. And I want to recognize that I have an x on both sides, or my variables on both sides of the river. And so this is a special problem that I need to understand what I'm doing, okay? You want to use algebra, so you want to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. And if you remember, like two-step equations, we're always going to add or subtract first. Same thing here. We want to add or subtract the x's to the same side, okay? So here, let's subtract 2x to both sides, so minus 2x. And the reason I'm choosing 2x is because positive 2x, the inverse is going to be minus 2x. So this is positive 2x, the inverse is minus 2x. I'm going to do it to both sides. There we go. I'm going to do it to both sides. And then since it's positive 2x minus 2x, this will cancel. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to cancel. So 3x minus 2x, that leaves me with 1x. Bring down the 2 is equal to 3. And then after I subtract the variable across, I'm going to look here. This is actually a one-step problem. So it's a number plus 2, so the inverse is minus 2. And that will cancel. So x is equal to 1. Okay, so here, this is the variable first. All right, and over here, I have the same problem. And this time, I'm going to do the constant first. So we have the variable term. We have the constant term. So notice the 3 is not being multiplied by anything, so that's a constant. The 2 is not being multiplied by anything, so that's a constant. Okay, so let's pick one of these. Maybe I'll do the 2. So I'll minus 2 to both sides. It'll cancel. I have 3x is equal to 2x. 3 minus 2 is 1. And then now I'm going to have to get the x's together, so I'm going to subtract 2x. Why am I subtracting 2x? Why not 3x? Well, if I subtract 3x, I've got everything over here, x and the constant on the same side. What I want to do is I want to try to get a constant on one side and the x on the other side. So if I subtract 3x, I'm going to have 0 is equal to a bunch of stuff, but I don't want to get 0 equals. I want to get x is equal to. So 3x minus 2x happens to be 1x. Again, there's a 1 here. The coefficient is 1, and that is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 on both sides. Okay. Let's do a couple more. All right. This is 5x plus 1 is equal to 7x minus 2. Maybe I make my river as a habit, and then I notice I have x's on both sides, so I want to pay attention to that. And then let's say I want to try to get the x's together first, so I'm going to do 5x and 7x first, and I have to pick, do I subtract 5x or do I subtract 7x? Well, my hint is always cancel the smaller number. Okay, so I always want to cancel the smaller number when you cancel the x's, and in general. Okay, so between 5 and 7, 5 is the smaller number. So I'm going to cancel 5x by subtracting 5x on both sides. Cancels. 1 is equal to 2x minus 2. Okay, perfect. Now I've got twice a number minus 2 equals 1. This is two-step. Again, this is just a two-step. And some students are going to get confused. They're going to say, well, I want to subtract 1 away from this. No, you want to find your variable, there's x, and you want to clear everything out away from your variable and isolate x. Okay, so if you remember two-step, always add and subtract first. So the inverse of -2 is +2. And that cancels. 1 plus 2 is 3, and this is equal to 2x. Okay. And then twice a number, so the opposite of divide is, the opposite of multiply is divide. So that cancels, and then that's going to be x is equal to 3 over 2. If you want to rewrite it as 1 1/2, that's fine, but fractions are perfectly fine, okay? Last example. And I'm going to try to have you ignore all this stuff up here. So this time I've got negative 4x plus 3 is equal to negative 2x minus 5. Okay, remember what I said? Handle the smaller number first. Okay, so what's smaller, minus 4x or minus 2x? Minus 4x is smaller. This is the one I want to do, but let's say I forgot, or let's say I thought minus 2x is smaller because, 2 is smaller than 4, but I forgot that I'm dealing with negative numbers. So I want to cancel off minus 2x now, and it will still work. It will still work. So we're going to add 2x to both sides, cancel. Minus 4x plus 2x is negative 2x plus 3. Is equal to negative 5. Okay, now, what happened? So I got a negative coefficient. Okay, I got minus 2x. If I would have added 4x to both sides, I would have had a positive x over here. And I think positives are a little easier to deal with than negatives, and that's why I say always do, or always cancel the smaller of the coefficients, or smaller of the variables, okay? But if you don't, not a big deal. It might create an extra step, it might not. This is 2-step, so minus 3, remember add or subtract first. And this is minus 8, and this is minus 2x. And then minus 2x equals negative 8, so this is multiply. Remember, this is multiply, so I'm going to divide by negative 2. Don't divide by 2, you have to divide by negative 2. Does not cancel out if you divide by a positive. So this is negative 8 divided by negative 2, that's 4, x equals 4. So my point is there's a lot of different ways that you can do these problems, okay? You can handle the variable first, you can handle the smaller variable first, the constant first, the larger variable first. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. As long as you follow the rules of algebra, you will be fine. Thank you.